Don't shed no tears.
How you doing, man?
Sean.
How are you?
Fine. How was the plane ride?
I slept through it, so I guess it was okay.
Okay, you guys just came from Thailand from a show in 2 days back, right? So how was the show over there like?
Crazy. Thailand almost didn't happen, but it was awesome.
The first venue wouldn't let us even use the PA, really. They wouldn't let us touch the knobs or settings or use anything.
And the drum set had fungus growing on it.
Yeah. So we walked out. We packed our stuff and walked out, but we found another place. We went to the Rock Club where we played in 2006 and moved the show there, which saved the show, and it was actually a lot of fun. We had a good time.
So you guys do back-to-back tours for Australia? For 5 days in a row. How do you guys keep up with it?
Not easy. Lots of beer.
Right there, baby. Beer.
And rest. You gotta get sleep.
I mean, it's not hard, really.
So
We love our job.
you get to sightsee everywhere you go?
Yeah, a little
Sometimes.
bit,
We went to Tiananmen Square the other day. And
Thailand.
no,
No,
China.
Beijing, and so we get to do a little bit. And in Bangkok, we went to the market and did a little shopping and stuff like that. We had more time last time, and we went to the palace, which was super cool.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about your album. In Exhibit B, right, the lyrics revolve around seem to tell the listener different stories. For example, in the opening track, The Ballad of Leonard and Shelton, we talk about the story of the serial murders Leonard, Lake and Shelton. And in Nanking, you guys talk about the Nanking massacre. So I'm curious, how does the band pick what story to talk about in the lyrics?
You just find something that fits, more than anything. Rob was working on that, and I told him, because Leonard Lake and Charles Ng are largely unknown outside of California, and they were two of the sickest serial killers ever were.
We were kind of wondering why them instead of like...
Because we're California boys. We were there. We lived the whole Leonard Lake and Charles Ng story. So when Rob was working on that, I told him a little brief explanation, and he went out and got some literature and did some research, came back and said those guys were sick. And they were sick as anybody. Ted Bundy and all those guys, they didn't have shit on Leonard Lake and Charles Ng. They were more depraved for sure. They deserved the song.
How does the band keep together with Rob and you guys got a side project, right? Heaven.
Oh, that's not my side project. That's actually my first band that I formed. So.
How do you guys keep up with touring with both bands?
Well, it's not as an active band like with Exdodus. We do a lot of touring, and it's kind of like, with Heat, it's one of those things to where put out an album, it's just some touring, but not, it's not as much of a, I don't want to say commitment, but, I said like when we put out the last Heathen album, I really wanted to release all that stuff, and just get it recorded, but I wasn't, going to commit to start from scratch and grind it out from the bottom up again, so there's a couple of good tours coming, sure I will do it, but, with Exodus, over the last 4 years since I joined the band, we were just doing the hell out of those albums, just grinding them, and slowly paying off, I wasn't going to do that before. So, it's kind of like two different things, the way it works out.
For this album, you guys have a couple of guest artists on your album, such as Brandon Small providing a guitar solo, and Peter Nagaran from Hypocrisy. So, how did this collaboration came about?
Called and asked him. Hey, you want to play on a record?
Well, Peter owed me because I did a solo on Scrutinize on the album Virus. So,
okay.
And when I did it, I said I'll call you up someday for some vocals.
He owed you.
And so we emailed him and sent him the track, and he sent it back the next day. It's like we got up in the morning and checked the email, and there it was, the MP3 and the vocals, and it's just killer. And Brandon's been a really good friend of the band's for quite some time. All the Metalocalypse crew,
Oh, okay.
John Schnepp does all our videos, and Brendan's at all our shows, and he's just an insane guitar player. His solo's so killer. I'm glad we don't play it live because I don't want to have to try to play that solo. Hell no. That shit is just crazy. Alan holds with madness.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts. He's so good.
You guys re-recorded your debut album, Born in Blood, in 2008, right? What was the initial reaction by the fans, from the fans?
Loved it or hated it?
Yeah, mixed.
You know, but, you know, we did it, you know, paying homage to the original and the man who made it, you know, and just kind of our way also showing how important these songs still were to us, you know. We weren't trying to replace the original. You can't replace the original, you know. It's a landmark album, you know. There's not many albums made by anybody that you can call, like, you know, a keystone record, you know. And, you know, we just wanted to give it the benefit of modern production and you know, sonic upgrading. And, you know, some people hated it, but they hated the idea more than the recording. You know. Some people loved it. Some people liked it, but just didn't think we should have done it. You know, but, you know,
Can't please anybody all the time.
we weren't trying to reinvent the wheel, you know. It's like, you know, and, you know, like I said, we weren't trying to replace it. You know, you can't replace it. You know, it's like a companion piece. You know.
Did you guys have to do a lot of, you know, practice
No,
For those?
no way at all.
No way.
If I can't go in and record the guitar tracks at Piranha with zero rehearsal, I'm in the wrong business, and I should fucking quit right now because those songs are like part of the DNA structure of me. Guys like me and Tom by now, you know, we've been playing them since we were kids, you know.
I did hear Tom fuck up Piranha once.
Yeah,
I did just the other night. I did. Actually.
I heard of it. That's in the heat of battle.
Yeah.
That's different.
Okay, you guys just recently released this video for Downfall, and then it features quite a few interesting imagery, such as a scene of war and headbanging fest in a courtroom. And then what was the concept and meaning behind this video?
You know, just kind of downfall of like modern civilization and stuff, and John kind of ran with it like that. You know, it was an interesting video for me because I wasn't there when the video was shot. I did all my scenes later because I had a family emergency, and through the wonders of modern technology, I was able to be green screened in at a later date. But that's why I have a glow around me. I was better lit than all you guys. Because they shot me from like 5 feet away, and they shot everybody at once, and so I look kind of shiny.
Yeah, well, we got to hang out on the night courts.
I know. I saw the still photos, and it looked like so much fun. It looked so cool. You know, I wish I could have been there, but I think it came out great. Another seizure-inducing video by Exdodus.
So thank you guys for the Singapore flag during your solo.
What's that?
Yeah, there was a Singapore flag behind you during your
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. Well, I mean, I don't know what the flag looks like, and it's coming so fast, who fucking knows? I just love the animated sequence. It's so rad. That's my favorite part of the whole video.
Gary, the last time Warwing was here, and we also conducted an interview with them, and it was mentioned that you are the producer for the album. How did that came about?
They asked me, you know, and I just, you know, it's rare when I have time to like do anything like that, you know, because of Exdodus and all the commitments that this band, you know, requires of me. But I just happened to have some time off. We did the whole album in 11 days. You know, it's like crazy, you know. And most people spend fucking far more than that just doing drum tracks. But you know, they're good friends of all of ours, you know, and it was a ton of fun. You know, they asked me and they asked me again. I'll do it again. We had a good time.
Just the last question for me. With all these new subgenres of heavy metal, do you think metal will survive in the future?
Sure. I mean, people can put names on shit, but it's still heavy metal, you know. I mean, when we were growing up, like Tom and Lee and I, you know, been part of the scene forever, you know, it was fucking metal, you know. Yeah, there was thrash metal, but, you know, there wasn't death metal. You know, I mean, shit that they call power metal now was just metal then, you know.
Yeah, everybody's, I mean, too busy now, you know, like putting different labels on whatever, what it's called, just putting name on metal, whatever. I mean, I can't honestly tell the difference, you know. It all sounds like metal, it's just different, and it evolves, you know, I mean, Some people like it, some people don't, but you can't deny, you can't just stand still
Crab
and do
metal.
the same thing over and over
Crab
again.
core. Crab core
that's
metal.
the way it's going to, it would actually die, eventually. So, metal, it just goes through, these waves, it's like, it goes underground, it gets popular, but it's always there, it's just a matter of, like, how popular it is. But it's always, I think it's always going to be there. People are always going to want to hear, that guitar-oriented kind of music. There's going to be pop. It's just like pop music. That's always going to be around too. People like to listen to that, and dance and whatever. And
Party.
Yeah, and the rock music, metal. That's always going to be around also. Just in what different shapes and forms, whatever it's going to be. How it's going to be in that 100 years from now, who knows? But it's still going to be two guitars. It might be all, I don't know, whatever it's going to be. But metal's, it's always around. There's people always constantly running around every 5-10 years. Oh, metal is dead. Metal is dead. Well, and then it just all of a sudden it comes back, and they're like, oh, it's back. It's like it never really went away. It's just kind of like it wasn't as popular for that time being, but it was there.
Do you think it's becoming more of a trend to listen to metal, or is it?
No, people are digging it now. People, new generation of people, kids are, really into metal now, and, they're not into lipstick, fishnet shirt wearing queer metal, and it's a good thing.
Not
It's a good thing.
funny queer.
It's funny queer.
So will there be any special treat to our fans tomorrow for the show? What would the fans expect from the show?
Swift kick upside the head,
Really?
musical foot to the balls. That's about it. We'll give them something they ain't seen before.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. People are gonna walk out here bleeding and smiling.
So you guys got any more questions? Because the fans are waiting outside.
Hands are getting rusty.
So Gary,
Yeah.
I'll bring them in.
Yeah, bring them all in.
So you want to
Thanks, brother. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, man?
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. See you tomorrow.
Lean back a little bit, please.
Thanks, man. I know, bro. Hey, Gary.
I'm sorry, I was on my guitar tech.